I've been watching the Supreme Court case about Trump's unilateral tariffs, and honestly, it says everything you need to know about how broken the balance of power has become in Washington. Let's start with the basics. Tariffs are just taxes. The Constitution doesn't mince words. Congress has the power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and exercises. That's Article 1, Section 8. It's black and white. So when a president all by himself slaps massive tariffs on other countries, that's not some clever trade tactic. That's the executive branch taxing all of us without Congress. It blows my mind a little bit that this has to be argued in front of the Supreme Court. Because here's the thing, if the court ruled that Biden can't do student loan forgiveness without congressional approval, I actually agree with that decision because the power of the purse belongs to Congress. Then how in the world could this same court turn around and say Trump can impose tariffs whenever he feels like it? You can't say, sorry, Joe, that's too much executive power, and then tell Donald Trump, sure, go ahead and raise billions in tariffs all on your own. If that happens, it's not about constitutional principles anymore. It's about political preference. And if the Supreme Court starts handing out power based on who's sitting in the Oval Office, then it's not the constitutional court anymore. It's just a rubber stamp for Trump. But here's what really frustrates me. Congress created this mess. For decades, lawmakers have handed their own power away, piece by piece, to presidents of both parties because they didn't want to take the heat for hard decisions. They love to posture about the Constitution, but if it came to actual votes on tariffs or trade policy or spending, they hide behind executive flexibility, and presidents take the blame. Now, many of them won't admit it out loud, but they're sitting back hoping the Supreme Court will do its job, something they should have done years ago. Draw the line saying, no, Mr. President, that's a congressional power, not yours. It's pathetic. And yet I still think, and maybe this is naive of me, but I think the court will do the right thing in this case, because even the conservative court knows that letting presidents tax people by emergency decree isn't conservative. It's not constitutional. It's chaos. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether it's Trump or Biden or anyone else in office. No president should be allowed to unilaterally raise taxes, forgive debt, or rewrite the economy on their whims. If the Congress wants tariffs, Congress should vote on tariffs. If the Congress wants debt forgiveness, Congress should have to vote on debt forgiveness. That's what accountability looks like. That's what the framers intended. So yeah, I hope the court reins in Trump, but that's also an assumption, and I'm ashamed it even came to this, that the legislature is too afraid of the political backlash that they rely on these Supreme Court justices just to enforce the Constitution for them. If they had a backbone, they'd reclaim their power that belongs to them, not wait for the Supreme Court to do it for them. Because the truth is simple, no president, not Trump, not Biden, not anyone, gets to play Congress.